Joining us now, Robert Jordan, former U.S. ambassador to Saudi Arabia, and is the author of the book Desert Diplomat, Inside Saudi Arabia Following 9/11. Mr. Ambassador, welcome to the program. May I ask you, what should America do if it is proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Saudis did indeed kill Khashoggi? What should our response be?
I think we should follow President Trump's lead and impose severe sanctions. These sanctions could range from freezing Saudi assets in the United States, prohibiting their public investment fund from further investments in United States corporations. It could include a pause in our assistance in the war in Yemen, stop providing munitions, mid-air refueling and reconnaissance. And I think it could also involve individual sanctions against those who have been proven to be guilty, perhaps also including Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
You would go that far, Mr. Ambassador?
I'm giving you the range.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving you the range based on your premise that it is proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I think it's likely to be proven, even though we may not know what MBS's personal role was. I also think there's a role for the private sector here. American businesses need to understand that they may be dealing with an increasingly rogue regime. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for President Trump to show his leadership and to show that he really understands and is serious about what he calls severe sanctions on the Saudis. He's sometimes accused of cozying up to tin-horn dictators around the world, and this is one chance for him to show that he will not cozy up to a Saudi dictator with blood on his hands.
Would it be true to say, Mr. Ambassador, that they, the Saudis, need us, America, more than we, America, need them? Would you go that far?
Yeah, I would go that far. They need to understand that they are not the senior partner in this relationship. We are. We have enormous technology, enormous business opportunities, enormous capacity for foreign direct investment in Saudi Arabia, and enormous military power that up to this point has given them a free ride in terms of protection from their neighbors. So yes, they need to get real understand who has the leverage in this relationship.
I've just received a headline from the Washington Post. They are saying Treasury Secretary Mnuchin still plans to attend the Saudi anti-terror financing meeting after Khashoggi disappearance. So he's not going to go to Davos in the desert, but he will go to the anti-terror financing meeting. That's a little... How would you read that?
Well, I think we've got to recognize that we still have an alliance with the Saudis that provides some value and some protection to us. Combating terrorist financing is an extremely important part of that relationship. So I can understand how we might continue to cooperate on certain levels. We need their cooperation. It's not simply that we have all of the leverage. We need their cooperation on combating terrorism. They have provided great intelligence to us in recent years over potential attacks on our homeland. And so we need to continue that level of cooperation, but we also cannot ignore what apparently has happened to Jamal Khashoggi.
Ambassador Robert Jordan, thank you very much for joining us, sir. We appreciate your knowledge.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.